Township appears to be the favorite in the tournament after thrashing Hillcrest 82-59. Gary Bell and Oku Satcher had stellar games for JT, and they hope to run through the tournament with relative ease. However, Joliet Catholic will try to come back after a close loss to Providence. The Hilltoppers hope Dan Phelan's three-point shooting will propel them against the very defensive-minded Joliet Township. Tonight, it's Game 3 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. You are looking live at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois, where tonight the Joliet Catholic Academy Hilltoppers prepared to take on the Joliet Township High School, their crosstown rivals. Hi again, everybody, along with our producer-director Patrick Keating, our sideline reporter Laura Bibb, and Tony Nelson. I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us once again for the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. Tonight it's Game 3 of the tournament. We've already had two pretty good games. Joliet Township looks like the favorite. And in Wednesday night's game, we saw Providence Catholic defeat Joliet Catholic 53-50. And Tony, it looked like it was a good game all the way down to the wire. Providence Catholic was able to finally pull away with a victory.
One thing that kept Providence Catholic in the game was their rebounding. Specifically their offensive rebounding. They were crashing the offensive boards all night, and that prevented Joliet Catholic from coming back in the game. Also at the end of the game, Providence did hit some key free throws, which free throws can win or lose a game for you. Providence fortunately did hit their free throws.
And one good point about Providence Catholic, they had their freshman Dorian Williams. He had a terrific game. He didn't score a lot of points. That's another thing that Providence did. Not one scorer scored more than 9 points, so it was very balanced scoring between the whole team.
Those are the toughest teams to defend, a well-balanced team. And so Coach Mandela, he's got to be extremely excited about his team having that much balance.
Tonight, it's Joliet Catholic hosting Joliet Township. We'll have the coaches' comments on tonight's game right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Deskin Chiropractic Clinic, 1213 East 9th Street, Lockport. Announcing its time, temp, and weather line, 815-838-0101. Silver Cross Hospital. More than a hospital, a contemporary healthcare network. 1200 Maple Road, Joliet. Phone 740-1100. And by G. Frederick Edmiston, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeon, 302 North Hamus Avenue in Joliet. Phone 815-741-0302. And by George K's Music, guitars, drums, keyboards, amps, and more. 822 Plainfield Road, Joliet. 727-4656.
I'm here now with Joliet Catholic Academy head coach Kevin Loss. And coach, your team started off with a very emotional game against Providence Catholic. How do you think your team is going to respond tonight?
Well, you know, I questioned our intensity a little bit after the game on Wednesday. And in retrospect, Tony, just looking back at things, that's a heck of a way to start. You know, to have your first game against your arch rival. Yeah, it was draining. Yeah, we had a lot of opportunities to win the game. But we didn't play real well. You know, I think that if we had played as well as we possibly could have, but it would have been more frustrating for the kids, would have been more frustrating for me. But knowing that it's this early and that we can play that much better, I think we'll bounce back all right.
Was there one or two specific things you think you need to work on?
I think the biggest thing that hurt us on Wednesday night was rebounding the defensive board. They missed 4 1-and-1s in the fourth quarter, pulled all 4 offensive rebounds. You got to think that if we pull one of those, we might win the ball game. So, you know, that's one area where, you know, it's just guts and intensity, and it's either you do the job or you don't, and you've got to be better than the other guy. So that's something we can work on.
Now about tonight's opponent, Joliet Township, a very athletic team. They like to press up and down the court all 8 minutes of every quarter. How do you look to attack that?
Well, we want to run a little bit, you know, and that's something that we wanted to do as something different this year. What we can't do is get in the game up and down with them. We've got to handle the pressure, slow things down, look for the break when we see that we have the opportunity. But otherwise, you know, we got to try to keep their athleticism and their quick hands and quick feet and things like that out of the game as much as possible. Whether or not we can do that remains to be seen. But we can't, you know, you can't play their game.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight. And we'll be back in just a moment with Joliet Township head coach Mike O'Connell.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson Street, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service at 2705 Black Road, Joliet. Phone 740-3065. And by totally free checking at Amerifed Bank with 10 convenient locations to serve you. The John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health and life, 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. And by Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 815-439-2400.
Here we are courtside now with Joliet Township head coach Mike O'Connell. Coach, you opened this tournament in a big way against the Hillcrest team, a very athletic team. Also, their big man in the middle, Eric Miner, one of the top centers of the state. You ended up winning by a big margin. Was there anything you maybe weren't pleased about, or you were very pleased about that game?
Well, definitely not pleased with the last 2.5 minutes of the first half where we threw the ball all over the place. But for the most part, you know, it kind of looked maybe a little helter-skelter, but when a team's trapping you all over, you just got to take it to the hole, and we did. I thought Ty Calderwood made some tremendous passes in the middle. Oku Satcher, what can I say, 23 points off the bench. So and our rebounding I thought was excellent.
Now, you mentioned Ty Calderwood. We know Gary Bell, an impressive player, you know, one of the best players in the state. He seems to be a tremendous floor leader.
He sure does. You know, you watch him out there, he's pointing around, telling people where to go. You know, he suffered through 2 long seasons, you know, the last 2 years at Joliet Central, and I think he really wants to win. He's worked at it. He's doing the things both on the court and off the court that we've asked. So I'm real pleased, and he's by far the quickest player we've ever had.
Now, tonight's opponent, this Joliet Catholic team, they're an athletic team, but they also like to run a lot of, you know, half-court offense. Are you worried about that slowing your team down? You think your team may be frustrated somewhat?
Well, one of the philosophies of our defense is not to allow them to run an offense. So we'll see if we can get into that. And we're worried about him. A failing kid just was dynamite the other night from the outside. We know Kai Freeman's a player. Got a 6'8" player in the middle, you know, and we'll be going against him with a 6'6" player that carries a lot more weight than he does. So that'll be to our advantage, I think. Plus, this kid from Catholic High is only a sophomore. But we expect a battle. We know the emotions will be high. We told our kids to try to take the fans out of it right away. Hopefully we can get it rolling.
Well, Coach, good luck in tonight's game. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back in just a moment with the start of tonight's game between Joliet Catholic Academy and Joliet Township here at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. Done?
It's Joliet Township High School at 1-0, about to face the Joliet Catholic Hilltoppers at 0-1. Here we are at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois, and it's Game 3 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. Joliet Township, Central and West and East is 85-76 versus Joliet Catholic. Joliet Township returners Bell, Brown, Calderwood, all big players for them. Had good games in Game 1 of the WCSF tournament. Clemens, Hosey, and Townsend also in there for Joliet Township. For the JCA returners, it'll be Blackburn, Darguzes, Freeman, Hamilton, Keenel, and Phelan. Phelan, of course, 10.4 points per game last year, and he was the big three-point threat for Joliet Catholic in that game, too, on Wednesday night, Tony.
Let's talk about some players to watch in this game tonight, Kevin. First of all, for Joliet Catholic, Dan Phelan, fantastic game in the opening game against Providence Catholic Academy, Providence Catholic High School. And also we need to watch Joliet Township, Gary Bell and Ty Calderwood. I don't know what kind of a game to expect tonight. Joliet Township likes to get up and down the floor in a big way. I don't know if Joliet Catholic Academy will get caught up in that. You heard Coach Kevin Loss say he does not want to get caught up in that because his team is not as athletic as Joliet Township. So I'm very interested to see if Joliet Catholic Academy will remain patient tonight against that pressure of Joliet Township High School.
Let's go to our public address announcer, Mr. Mike Kern, with tonight's starting lineups and the national anthem.
Joliet Catholic Academy. At guard, a 5'10 senior, number 12, Ryan Blackburn. For Joliet Township. At guard, a 5'11 senior, number 24, William Hosey. For Joliet Catholic. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 20, Dan Phelan. For Joliet Township. At forward, a 6'6 senior, number 54, Quentin Townsend. For Joliet Catholic. At guard, at center, a 6'8 sophomore, number 33, Doug Darguzes. For Joliet Township, at forward, a 6'5 junior, number 40, Gary Bell. For Joliet Catholic, at guard, a 6'2 junior, number 25, Ty Freeman. For Joliet Township, at guard, a 5'11 junior, number 30, Joel House. And for Joliet Catholic Academy, at forward, a 6'3 senior, number 30, Gene Kennel.
All right, so there you have it, the starting lineups for both teams. First of all, for Joliet Township, it'll be Ty Calderwood, William Hosey, Joel House, Gary Bell, and Quentin Townsend. For Joliet Catholic Academy, Ryan Blackburn, Dan Phelan, Kai Freeman, Gene Keenel, and Doug Darguzes. The Hilltoppers come in at 0-1 in the tournament so far. JT at 1-0 with an 82-59 victory over Hillcrest. And the Hilltoppers lost to Providence Catholic 53-50. Providence and Hillcrest will meet in our nightcap later on tonight after this one is over.
I'm really curious about what kind of defense these teams are going to start off in. I'm kind of sure that Joliet Catholic will probably start off in a zone. I don't think, Joliet Catholic wants to get in a man-on-man defense against this athletic team.
Darguzza is about ready to jump it up with Gary Bell. And we are underway, tap controlled by Joliet Township. Give it up to Ty Calderwood, and he'll set things up for JT. Joliet Catholic opens up in a man-to-man. Calderwood, top of the key, goes to Hosey on the baseline, inside to Bell. Bell fakes his man and is hacked on the way up. No, they're going to call the foul on the floor. It'll go against Joliet Catholic, called on number 25, Kai Freeman. That is his first and the team's first.
Gary Bell did a good job that time in picking up the foul, kind of throwing his body into Doug Darguzzas.
Lob pass into Bell, turnaround jumper in the lane, in and out, no good, tapped around. Townsend is rejected away, but a tie-up is called. It'll go to the Hilltoppers.
What Quentin Townsend's going to learn to do when that happens to him is just let the ball drop to the floor when a man gets a hold of it like that.
Here comes that full court pressure applied by JT so effectively against Hillcrest in game 1, but Phelan will come across the timeline with Calderwood on him. Phelan, top of the key, goes to Freeman.
Joliet Township's opening up in a man defense.
Phelan with the three, in and out, no good. Bell on the board, outlet to Calderwood, here comes JT. Calderwood goes to Hosey. Hosey looking for some help, goes back to Calderwood, and he'll regroup for JT.
Joliet Catholic, they have opened up in a man defense. I thought they'd open in the zone.
Pass inside to Hosey is broken up slightly. Get it to Bell, jumper in the lane, good. Gary Bell had 23 points in that game 1 versus Hillcrest. He opens up the scoring with a jumper in the lane, 2-0 in favor of JT, under 7 to go in the first quarter. Blackburn trying to take it all the way, dishes down low to Keno, picked up by Hosey. Long pass up to Calderwood on the far court, gives to Bell. Has it slapped away, controlled by Hosey, back to Calderwood. He'll set things up. Calderwood tries to go around his screen, instead goes to the hole. Goes back out to Hosey, fakes the three, inside to Bell, baseline. Turnaround jumper is an air ball. Townsend rips it down, but ripped away by Keno. Here come the Hilltoppers.
Great defense by Gene Keno on that play against Gary Bell.
Pass down low to Darguzza, shot, no good, tapped up and in by Phelan. Pass down low to Bell, fakes his man, goes up, no good, rebound is out of bounds. It'll stay with JT. A good defense applied there by Joliet Catholic on Gary Bell, who is moving around a lot in the paint so far tonight.
Joliet Township, they have not made it a secret of who they're going to go to early in this game, and Gary Bell's had the ball on every possession in the lane.
Short pass into Townsend, he goes up off the glass, no. Smallest player in the court, Blackburn rips it down, and he's fouled by Bell.
That's got to really irk Mike O'Connell for Gary Bell to pick up a silly foul like that, trying to reach in and steal the ball from Blackburn, who's an excellent ball handler.
JT applies the full court press, gets it into Darguzza's. Cross court pass over to Keno. He'll give it up to Phelan. Phelan will bring it across slowly on the far court. Calderwood on the good defense. Gives it up Blackburn, nearly has it stripped. Blackburn finally controls the loose ball. Over to Keno, baseline jumper from 17, got it.
That's one of those shots that you say almost brings rain, but it doesn't matter as long as it goes in.
Calderwood gets it to Quentin Townsend, top of the key. Swings it over to Hosey, baseline left. Back up top, Calderwood, top of the key on the left. And he'll back it out and reset the offense. 4-2 is our score. The Hilltoppers with the lead, 5:12 left to go in the first. And House cans the long two-pointer.
He did have a foot on the line.
4-4 is the score. Blackburn the other way for the Hillmen. Ball stolen away by Calderwood. Calderwood on the fast break, all alone. He is hacked on the way to the hoop. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
What Dan Phelan did there, when he slapped up the ball, he didn't slap it on the hand. He put his hand on the back of Ty Calderwood, and I believe that's where he picked up the foul.
Phelan picks up the foul. That is his first and the team's second.
Here's a replay where Calderwood had stolen the ball, and there he slapped him in the front, and he put his hand on the back. I didn't think he got him on the arm, but he did.
Calderwood at the line. He was 6 out of 6 in his game against Hillcrest. And this one, his first miss in the tournament.
You shouldn't say those things, Kevin. You jinx these guys.
Calderwood, as a team, JT is hitting 81% of their shots from the charity side, and he cans the second one. They hit 21 of 26 foul shots in that game against Hillcrest. JCA the other way. Freeman is stopped in the baseline, gives it up to Blackburn. Goes into the lane, dish off Darguz's. Offensive foul is called on Ryan Blackburn. That is his first and the team's third.
That was a good call by the official that time. Blackburn lost control in the lane. His man wasn't perfectly set, but you don't have to be perfectly set if your man comes, lowers his shoulder into you. I can't believe with this quarter almost half over, the score is only 5-4.
Calderwood the other way, setting the offense. JCA in a matchup zone. Switchbacks into that man-to-man. Gary Bell goes into the paint. Running jumper off the glass. No, tapped up and in. Bell gets it in.
That's what you preach to your big man, or any man on the court. Stay with your shot.
Ball slapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Joliet Catholic. But again, that good press, full court press defense applied by JT is starting to rattle the Hillmen just a little bit. Inbounded to Blackburn. They'll come the other way. 4:09 left to go in the first quarter. 7-4. JT with the lead. Blackburn goes to Phelan. Phelan has good defense by Hosey. Takes it to the hole. Offensive foul is called. That's the second time he's got nailed with that.
That's the second foul on Phelan tonight. That's what last thing Coach Kevin Loss wanted to happen is star scorer, star player to pick up early fouls.
Substitution now in for Joliet Catholic Academy.
Kevin Wills.
Kevin Wills. Calderwood the other way for JT.
Curious to see how this is going to affect Joliet Catholic with Phelan on the bench so early.
There's a nice pass into Bell, but he lost it, got it back, goes up and scores, and he's fouled. Gary Bell with 6 points so far in tonight's game.
Gene Keno with the foul. Gene, he's done a decent job early on Gary Bell. He's made Gary earn his shots.
Bell at the line to try to complete the three-point play. It's on the way and good. Give him 7 points on the night. 6 out of 7 from the charity stripe is Gary Bell in this tournament. Wills with it, double teamed in the corner, gives it up Darguz's. Darguz's in the lane, fakes Townsend, goes up, scores, and he's fouled.
Great play right there, Kevin, by Doug Darguz. Is a big-time play. Got his man in the air, kept his body control, and got the shot to fall.
Quentin Townsend picks up the foul that is his first and the team's second. Darguz is at the line to try to complete the three-point play. 10-6 is our score. JT with the lead. Foul shot is good for Darguz's. Give him 3 points on the night. Calderwood the other way. Gives it to Hosey. Inside Bell. Bell, spin move, running jumper, good! Gary Bell starting off smoking here in tonight's game. He's got 9 points already. Blackburn from the free throw line, got it.
Joliet Catholic is going to have a lot of those opportunities, finding those holes in the zone.
Calderwood will go coast to coast, missed the shot, Freeman rips down the board. Long pass. Keno all alone, has to fake his man and is rejected out of bounds. .254 left to go. And we have a timeout on the court. 12-9 is our score, 2:54 left to go. We'll have more for you on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Beth's Dance Academy, ballet, tap, jazz, acrobatics at 840 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 722-6032. Don's Body Shop. They take the dents out of accidents. 1927 Don Maurer Drive, Crest Hill, 729-1400. And by Imperial Electronics, home and commercial, 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 815-729-0161. David Nelson Exquisite Jewelry. Complete selection, custom design, repair, and sizing. 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. 741-8741. Family Table Restaurant, 6 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. 725-1679. And Garrison Fabrizio and Hanson Limited, law offices at 2 Rialto Square, 116 North Chicago Street, Joliet. 727-5445.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. 2:54 left to go in the first quarter. JT with a 12-9 lead. Wills to inbounds underneath the JCA bucket. Wills looking, still looking, and it's going to be called for the 5-second penalty.
That was an obvious call there, Kevin Wills. I thought he was going to call a timeout, but he must not have been thinking very much about the time.
O'Connell, new player in there, as is Oku Satcher, gives it to Bell, top of the key on the right. Over to House, he'll launch the 3, off the back iron, no good. Bell skies over one man, goes into the lane from the paint, no. House is rejected, and Freeman going out is going to be called. O'Connell will be called for the foul.
That's a tough call for O'Connell to pick up. All he was doing, he was chasing down and see who it was who fell, but it was a foul, but it was just one of those tough luck fouls. There you get a look at, here's the rebound. The shot rejected by Darguzes, and from behind, O'Connell tripped up Kai Freeman.
And now, new player in there for Joliet Catholic, number 24, Mike Van Tassel, called for the walk, goes right back over to JT. O'Connell setting up the offense for the blue and gold. O'Connell goes to House, baseline right. Inside Satcher, off the glass, no. Darguzes rips down the board. Outlet to Van Tassel. Van Tassel trying to go all the way, has it knocked away. Instead, Keenel from the free throw line, no. Freeman on the board, he'll back it out. Instead, goes into the lane, off the glass is no good, but he's fouled, he'll go to the line.
Great job by Kai Freeman darting down the lane with that one. Let's call it, maybe could have went either way. Foul is on Oku Satcher, his first. Here's a replay. There it is down the lane. Oku Satcher, of course, when you commit a foul, you never do commit a foul, according to the player at least.
Freeman at the line for 2 shots. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. First one is good. And that's his first point of tonight.
You know, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was still playing, he had so many thousands of fouls called on him, and they asked him, which one do you remember most? He said all of them. All of them were bad calls.
Keenel gets the offensive board and scores! We're tied at 12. O'Connell swings it to House on the baseline right. Falls nearly stripped by Keenel. Good defense by the Hillman. It'll stay with JT.
Boy, it looked like early on that Joliet Township was about ready to make the run and pull away early, but it's funny, since Dan Phelan has gone to the bench, that's when Joliet Catholic has gotten back into this game.
Ball inbounded to Satcher, gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell takes it to the hole. Running jumper, no good. Darguzes on the board, ripped away, and Bell will score, and he's fouled. 11 big points for Gary Bell in the ball game tonight, and all of them in the first quarter.
What Doug Darguzes did that time when he got the rebound, we'll take a look at the replay. He brought the ball down. It's a tough thing to get a big man to do. When you get that ball, keep it up high and look over the floor before you bring it down. Make sure there's no opposing player near you.
Darguzes will go out, and in to replace him is number 31, Matt Wallace.
I don't think Matt Wallace saw any action in the first Joliet Catholic game, his first action of the tournament.
Bell at the line, trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. 12 points for Gary Bell. He will leave the lineup, and in to replace him will be Magus Brown. Wills to inbounds on the full court pressure. Wills gets it in to Wallace. Wallace looking for some help. Brings it across. He's double teamed, ball on the floor, picked up by Satcher, gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell is going to be called for the walk. Back-to-back turnovers committed by each team.
Matt Wallace, the one person you don't want bringing the ball up the court on of the 5 guys on the floor right now. Joliet Catholic has 4 guys who can handle that ball and bring it up the court. They need to get it to one of them.
Wills on the inbounds play, gets it into Van Tassel. He'll race it across. Van Tassel goes to the hole. His shot is rejected. Keenel on the offensive board. He'll take the baseline jump a little too hard. Tapped around, and Wills finally recovers, gets it to Keenel. Keenel on the way. He's no good, but a foul called before the shot.
Kevin, Gene Keenel has been all over those boards here in this first quarter. He has been very, very active, and he's been giving Joliet Township fits. Foul is on number 44, Oku Satcher. That's his second.
And Van Tassel will be at the line, or excuse me, the foul is called before the shot. They'll inbounds it. Wills underneath the JCA basket. Wills looking, gets it into Keenel, gets it up Van Tassel, top of the key. He'll set things up. Van Tassel has the ball stripped and finally ripped down by Calderwood. He'll go, dish off to House, and a foul called before the shot.
I think that foul, that one is going to go against Kevin Wills.
Minute 1 left to go, 15-12 is our score. Let's go to Laura Bibb on the sideline.
I listened in to Mike O'Connell on that last timeout. He told his team that offensively, they want to run a motion offense. The screening is important of their offensive threat. Back to you, Kevin.
Ty Calderwood at the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. First one on the way is no good. And an intentional foul, I believe, will be called on Quentin Townsend.
Boy, oh boy,
yeah. Townsend picks up.
What he did is he took his elbow and he just shoved Matt Wallace out of the lane. I'll tell you what, if you start the game with fouls like that, Kevin, the officials are going to watch you a lot closer for the rest of the game, and they're not going to let you get away with anything whatsoever. Not a smart play early on by Quentin Townsend.
Kai Freeman will go to the line to shoot the tees. Try to pull his team back to within 1. First one on the way is good.
Anytime you use an elbow, that warrants a technical foul. You can't allow that on the court. I'm glad to see the official catch that early and stop it right now.
Substitution now for Townsend. Chris Vitas will replace Townsend in the lineup for JT. Just over a minute left to go in the first quarter. Freeman to shoot the second technical shot. On the way and rattling and no good. But Joliet Catholic will get the ball out of bounds.
Tell you, when you commit a foul like that, Kevin, you don't want to sit next to the coach on the bench. And Quentin Townsend took a seat about a few seats down from Coach Mike O'Connell.
Wills gets it into Wallace. Back to Wills, and he'll race it across for Joliet Thomas. Stripped away by Calderwood. Gets it to O'Connell. O'Connell loses it, picks it up, goes back to Calderwood. Calderwood, nice pass to Vitas off the glass, good.
Great teamwork, and that's the kind of basketball Ty Calderwood plays. He's the most unselfish player I've seen in a long time.
Calderwood with another steal. He'll race the other way. Behind the back dribble. Goes to Mangus Brown. Back to Calderwood, and now O'Connell will set things up. 29 seconds left to go. 4-point lead for JT. Calderwood. Back up top, O'Connell. Goes to Hosey, back to O'Connell. 20 seconds left to go. And O'Connell says, just hold on to it. We want one shot. O'Connell goes to Calderwood. 9 seconds, 8, 7, 6. O'Connell goes Vitas. His shot is rejected, but a foul will be called on Matt Wallace with 4 seconds left to go.
Tough foul to pick up on by Matt Wallace. I thought he had a clean block on that one. He must have gotten part of the wrist.
Vitas at the line to shoot 2 with 4 seconds left to go.
Tell you what, Kevin, Dan Phelan, he can't stay on the bench much longer. I expect him to start the second quarter. They need his ball handling skills out there in a big way, and also his outside shot.
Pitus' first shot is no good. He'll get another one to try to extend on this 4-point lead. Second one on the way is good. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Freeman, the long three. It's going to be off, and the first quarter is over. The score, JT 18, Joliet Catholic 13. We'll have the second quarter right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by J&F Sports Specialties, uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving. 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 741-8801. And by Stoffen Agazy and Company Incorporated. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshalone. Free, fast, hot delivery. 1603 North Rainer Avenue, Crest Hill. 722-1616. And by Jewel Frame Shop, Joliet's professional framers. 1003 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 722-7432. Spezia and Ayers, attorneys at law. 2 Rialto Square, Suite 200, 116 North Chicago Street in Joliet. Phone 726-4311. And by the Greater Joliet Area YMCA at 749 Hobart Road, Joliet. Phone 729-9639. The Signery, the right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson Street. Phone 744-6800.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. About ready to go into quarter number 2, 18-13. Joliet Township with the lead, and JT will have possession to start things off in the second quarter. O'Connell and Hosey, the guard tandem. Goes to House on the wing right, back up top O'Connell. O'Connell swings it to Hosey, back up top O'Connell. Back to Hosey, fakes the three, goes inside Satcher. Satcher spin move in the lane is up, no good. House on the board, up the glass, no. Satcher trying it again, finally puts it in.
You can't allow your man that kind of position. Great position by Oku Satcher.
Wills the other way, and O'Connell will be called for the reach-in.
Boy, there's nothing wrong with being aggressive on your defense, but O'Connell just kind of bodied Wills as he was bringing the ball up the court that time.
Rory O'Connell picks up his second personal foul, and it should be 1-1 for Joliet Catholic.
Dan Phelan, he's starting the second quarter on the bench. I thought he'd be in now. Ryan Blackburn, though, is back in the game, and they do need his ball handling skills.
Wills at the line for 1-1. First one on the way is in and out, no good. Gary Bell on the board. Outlet to Calderwood. Here comes JT. Lob pass to House. Can't put it in. Blackburn rips down the board. Long pass to Wills. Wills goes to Freeman. Up top, Blackburn gets past Calderwood. His shot is rejected away. Ball on the floor. Running it down is JT. Here comes Hosey. Long pass up to Bell. Bell off the glass. Got it.
Smart job by Kai Freeman laying off a Bell and just letting him have the layup.
Blackburn gets it to Freeman, or Keno, and he's going to be called for the walk. 22-13, under 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Joliet Catholic, they're going to get a lot of shots like that one from Keno, that wide open jump shots, if they can beat this press. That's the key.
Calderwood the other way for JT. His team leads by 9. Hosey goes to Calderwood, top of the key, swings it to House. He'll take the long three. In and out, no good. Blackburn on the board. Blackburn goes to Freeman for the three. Bingo!
Joliet Catholic really needed that basket. Kai Freeman, big basket.
Bell, he'll launch the three. In and out, no. Keno on the board. Gives it up to Wills. JCA the other way. They're down by 6. Wills trying to work on Hosey. Gets it to Freeman on the wing left. Freeman thought about the three. Nearly falls down, goes back out to Blackburn. He'll reset. Inside Darguzza's free throw line shot is short. Bell on the board. Outlet to Calderwood. Here comes the blue and gold.
You know, Darguzza does have good form in his shot, Kevin. He's going to be making that shot with a little more practice.
Hosey with it. Thought about the three. Instead goes Calderwood, top of the key. Swings it over to House. He'll take the three. Got it. (25-16). 5.5 to go in the first half. Blackburn the other way.
Boy, you just can't relax bringing the ball up against this team. There's always someone in your face.
Blackburn tried to dipsy-do, but it didn't work. Got it back on the loose ball. Blackburn will take the running jumper short. Satcher rips it down. Calderwood the other way for JT. Goes to House. The long three. Got it! And a timeout is called. All of a sudden, JT has opened up a 12-point lead. 28-16 with 5:08 left to go in the first half.
That's what those three-pointers will do for you, Kevin. Joel House is feeling it.
We'll be back with more right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Ace Lawn and Vacuum and Hardware, Sales, Service, Parts, 316 Republic, Joliet. Phone 744-4000. And by Kodo Pharmacy. Phone 727-4721. And Joliet Professional Pharmacy. Phone 725-9314. Garnsey 3, 1214 North Rainer Avenue, Joliet. 722-9725. Heroes and Legends, where our burgers are making us famous. 2400 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-1113. Crossroads Realty Incorporated. Becky Wagnon, broker and owner at 18622 Route 59, Shorewood. 729-2053.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center. Along with our producer-director, Patrick Keating, our sideline reporter, Laura Bibb, and Tony Nelson, I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us. Live coverage here at the CSF Rec Center at the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
And Dan Phelan has re-entered the game, Kevin, so interested to see. He was on the bench for quite a while. He picked up 2 quick fouls early.
Blackburn trying to work on Hosey the other way for the Hillman. Freeman with it on the wing. His double team gets through it, goes
Great
into
job.
the lane,
Great
and
job.
is scored, and he's fouled.
Great job by Kai Freeman splitting that double team.
Pulls his team back to within 10. He'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Foul went against William Hosey.
That's his first.
Kai Freeman off to a good start in the game. He has 7 points.
Freeman at the line. His shot is in and out. Bell rips down the board. Outlet to Calderwood. Here comes JT. Gets it to Hosey on the wing. Back up top, Calderwood. Back to Hosey for the three. A little bit too hard this time. Freeman rips down the board. Here come the Hillmen. Long pass to Keenel. Keenel, his shot is good. Calderwood the other way. House, the long three. Oh, my!
Third three-pointer for Joel House. Tremendous. It's what you call in a zone.
He has really opened things up here for JT. They lead by 11. Blackburn the other way. Goes to Freeman. Baseline jumper. In and out. No. Bell on the board again. Calderwood is bumped. Goes to House. Again for the three. Oh! Holy cow!
What happens, Kevin, when you're that hot, your team is going to look for you. No matter where you're at on the court, they are going to find you.
Blackburn the other way, 34-20. Freeman thought about the three, instead goes to Phelan. He'll take the three, got it.
This could be interesting if Phelan heats up also, Kevin.
Calderwood inside to Bell. Turns around, baseline jumper, no. Tap try, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with JT. And Rory O'Connell will come back in the lineup for JT. For Joliet Catholic in the lineup, Chris Rodegaro in for the first time. He replaces Keenel.
Michael Mines also in the game for Joliet Township.
Calderwood lofts the ball in, and O'Connell runs down the loose ball. O'Connell goes for Calderwood. He'll take the three. Got it. First points for Ty Calderwood, and it's a three. 14-point lead for JT, their biggest of the night. And Dan Phelan loses the ball out of bounds. Goes back to JT. Mines will inbounds to O'Connell, excuse me. O'Connell goes to Calderwood again for the three. Oh my goodness.
This is incredible.
Joliet Township putting on a clinic here at the CSF Rec Center. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Ty Calderwood as he got in front of Ryan Blackburn. But oh my goodness, it's all of a sudden a 17-point lead for JT.
Boy, that three-point, if you can utilize that three-point arch, which is a short jump shot, boy, you can put a game away early.
6 3-pointers for JT so far in tonight's ball game. 4 of them by House. Ryan Blackburn at the line to shoot 1 and 1 for the Hillman. Blackburn, his first shot is rattling and good. Let's go to Laura Bibb on the sideline. Okay, we'll go back to her later. Experiencing a few technical difficulties. We'll get to her in a minute. Blackburn's second shot on the way is an air ball. And that means immediate turnover. O'Connell will come the other way for JT. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Satcher with the top of the key inside to Bell. Bell goes into the paint. Jumper good. 16 points for Gary Bell.
Shot that one over the tallest guy in the court, Doug Darguzis.
Blackburn the other way. Gives it up to Freeman. Freeman thought about the three, instead goes to Phelan. Jumper from 17, good.
They've got to start looking for on Phelan on every possession. He looks good on his jumper tonight. Great form.
Hosey the other way, gets it in to Bell, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Darguzis, and he can't believe it. 42-26 is the score. JT with the big lead. Darguzis picks up his second personal foul, and Bell will be at the line to shoot the free throws. 1 and 1. First one on the way is good. 17 points for Gary Bell tonight.
At this pace, he's on his way to a 40-point night.
And he'll get the bonus. Second one on the way is also good. 44-26, 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Phelan the other way for the Hillman. Takes it to the baseline, will take the jumper himself, rimming, no. Bell on the board. Bell will race it across himself. Takes the free throw line jumper, oh, he got it! 20 points for Gary Bell.
Incredible.
Joliet Township is putting on a clinic here. They're up by 20 in the first half. Blackburn the other way for the Hilltoppers. Gets it to Freeman on the wing right. Freeman goes to Phelan, top of the key on the right.
He's going to take the shot.
Phelan goes to Freeman. Freeman takes it into the lane. Wild shot is no good. Bell again on the board. Thought about the long pass. Instead, he'll bring it up himself. Bell, between the legs dribble. Free throw line jumper is no good. Satcher tries to knock it in, but Freeman runs down. Freeman the other way. Has the ball nearly taken away, and now Bell will go the other way. Bell, layup is good. That's 22 for Gary Bell. It's a 22-point lead.
When Gary Bell's intensity is right, Kevin, he's a great defensive player. He's got quick hands, and he picked up a few steals in the first game of this tournament.
Phelan goes to Freeman, top of the key. He'll take the long three, short, an air ball. Rodriguero tries to rip it down. O'Connell comes down with it. We're under a minute to go. O'Connell goes coast to coast, tries to dish it off. Ball goes out of bounds off of O'Connell. 53 seconds left to go. Wholesale lineups now for JT. Townsend, Vitus, House, and Calderwood replace the players who have gone just crazy. Let's go to Laura Bibb on the sideline.
During that last timeout, Kevin Loss was not too disappointed with his players. He basically told them to stay with your man and keep your hands up. He also said, you're tired and we're tired, but keep the pressure on and keep playing D. Back to you, Kevin and Tony.
Okay, so we missed the action, a lot of action going on right there.
Kevin, here on the other end, Joel House got away with a couple things. What he did, first thing he did was face guarding on the offensive man on a fast break, and then he pushed his man down. The official had his back turned at the time.
Blackburn can't get the other way, and Quentin Townsend has it stolen by Blackburn.
Great hustle,
nice,
great play by Blackburn.
Beautiful. Bouncing it off of Joel House, 28 seconds left to go in the first half. It's a 22-point lead for JT. Phelan will inbounds. Phelan looking, inbounds, looking, gets it into Wallace. Back to Phelan. Phelan has it stripped by Calderwood. Calderwood will go coast to coast. Layup is no good. House blows it, but gets it anyway. 16 points for House. 9 seconds left to go. Blackburn has it stripped. Wallace picks it up, can't get it to go. Vitus and Wallace get tied up. It will stay with Joliet Catholic with 4 seconds left to go.
You can't relax when you've got the ball against this team at all, Kevin. Everyone has quick hands.
Brown will come into the lineup for Townsend.
Let's take a look at that. There's Blackburn in the lane. Wallace gets it, misses the layup.
Inbounded to Radagaro. He can't get it to go. 2 seconds. One. Calderwood. His shot will be short. But at the end of the first half, it is 50-26 in favor of Joliet Township High School. And I'll tell you, Tony, that late in the second quarter, just three-point bombing really took over for the game.
Kevin, I can't wait to see the shooting percentages of the first half by Joliet Township. When you got a team shooting like that, there's no defense you can play to stop it.
We'll have more for you right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson Street, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service, 2705 Black Road, Joliet, 740-3065. Totally free checking at Amerifed Bank with 10 convenient locations. John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. And by Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 439-2400. J&F Sports Specialties, uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving at 1399 Plainfield Road in Joliet. Phone 815-741-8801. And by Stoffen, Agazy & Company Incorporated, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshaloni. Free, fast, hot delivery. 1603 North Rainer Avenue in Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. And by The Signery. The right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson Street. 744-6800.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Let's take a look at the Joliet Catholic Academy award-winning Pom Squad. be back right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service, 2705 Black Road, Joliet. Phone 740-3065. Totally free checking at Amerifed Bank. 10 convenient locations to serve you. The John Manor Insurance Agency. Home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. And by Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts. 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 439-2400. J&F Sports Specialties. Uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving. 1399 Plainfield Road in Joliet. Phone 815-741-8801. Stoughton, Agazy and Company Incorporated. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshaloni. Free fast hot delivery at 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. And by the Signery. The right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson, Joliet. 744-6800.
Welcome back to the Joliet Township. Let's take a look at Joliet Township Pom Squad right now. Okay, we'll have more for you right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
The WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic features teams from Providence Catholic High School. Established in 1918 as an all-girls school in downtown Joliet, Providence is currently a coeducational college preparatory high school located in New Lenox. Joliet Township High School. Founded in 1902, Joliet Township is a public high school serving the city of Joliet with its central and west campuses. Joliet Catholic Academy. JCA's first academic year began in August 1990. The coeducational college preparatory high school was founded as a result of a joint venture between the former Joliet Catholic High School and St. Francis Academy. Hillcrest High School. Founded in 1966, Hillcrest is a comprehensive coeducational public high school serving the communities of Country Club Hills, Hazelcrest, and Markham.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. It's Game 3 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. And Tony, right now, 50-26, our halftime score. Joliet Township just putting Joliet Catholic down, and they just can't seem to do anything.
The shooting percentage for Joliet Township, they are shooting outstanding. And beyond the three-point line, I've got some totals here. Now, Joel House, he has 16 points. He's not the leading scorer for Joliet Township, but 4 three-pointers from behind the stripe. And so Joel House started that. Ty Calderwood said, hey, I can't let him have all the fun. So he stepped up and hit 2 in a row from three-point range. He has 7 points in the first half. The leading scorer, Gary Bell. He doesn't have a three-pointer. He has 22 points here at the half. And as I mentioned earlier, he's on his way to a 40-point night. Also, 2 points from Oku Satcher and 3 points for Chris Vitus. On the Joliet Catholic side, Ryan Blackburn, the point guard, he has 3. Dan Phelan with 7. Kai Freeman 7 and Gene Cano 6. Those are the leading scorers for Joliet Catholic Academy.
We'll have the second half for you right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service, 2705 Black Road, Joliet. Phone 740-3065. Totally free checking at Amerifed Bank with 10 convenient locations to serve you. The John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts. 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 439-2400. J&F Sports Specialties. Uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving. 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 741-8801. Stoffen Agazy and Company, Incorporated. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshaloni. Free fast hot delivery at 1603 North Rainer, Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. And the Signery. The right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson, Joliet. 744-6800.
And welcome back to the campus of the College of St. Francis here at the Recreation Center, where at the half, Joliet Township leads Joliet Catholic Academy 50-26. Kevin, we have some more halftime numbers. Some of them I want to highlight. From the three-point line, Joliet Township 6 of 11, 54%. Steals, 10 steals in this first half by Joliet Township. Ty Calderwood leading the way with 6, and we saw a couple of very nifty steals by Ty Calderwood. Leading scorer, as we mentioned, Gary Bell, 22 points. Joel House with 14 points. Gary Bell active on the boards, 9 rebounds in this first half. So I'm very curious to see what kind of numbers he's going to put up in the second half. He could very well end up with 40 points in this game. Kai Freeman with 7 points, Gene Canola with 6 points for Joliet Catholic Academy. Freeman and Canola with 4 rebounds apiece kept Joliet Catholic in the game early on in the first half with their rebounding and their active play. Here are the tournament leaders in some of the different areas. Gary Bell, 23 points a game. He's matched that in the first half tonight. Oku Satcher, 23 points in the first game. Free throw percentage, Ty Calderwood, 1,000% from the first game. Gary Bell, 83% from the first game, and that percentage for Calderwood has gone down just a bit in this game as he's missed 2 or 3. And we're about ready to get started with the second half.
For JT, it'll be Hosey, Calderwood, Townsend, House, and Bell. For JCA, it'll be Blackburn, Phelan, Keenel, Darguzes, and Freeman. JT to have possession to start the second half. We are underway. Ty Calderwood will set things up for JT. Gets it over to House. House on the wing on the left side. House, standing dribble, and a foul called away from the ball. Darguzes, Quentin Townsend will be called for the block. And that is number 3 on big Quentin Townsend.
As I mentioned earlier, Kevin, if you remember that foul Quentin Townsend picked up early in the game where he threw the elbow, the officials are going to watch it a lot closer after something like that happens.
Full court pressure applied again by JT, and Blackburn will bring it across for the Hilltoppers. 52-26, just the start of the second half. Phelan, the long 2, in and out, no. Running down the loose ball is House, gets it out to Calderwood. Nice bounce pass to Bell, off the glass.
Great job.
No, I don't know, are they gonna wave it off, but an offensive foul is called. Will there a shot? No shot.
Great job by Ryan Blackburn setting up underneath the basket. The smallest guy in the court being run over by one of the bigger guys in the court. Very tough player, this Ryan Blackburn.
Blackburn the other way for Joliet Catholic. His team down by 24. Freeman will take the 3. A little bit short. Tap try no good. Coming down with it is Bell. Outlet to Calderwood. Here comes JT. Long pass down to House. He'll try the 3. In and out, no good. Darguzes is on the board. Outlet to Phelan. Here come the Hilltoppers. Phelan. Keenel on the baseline. In and out. Quentin on the board. Calderwood the other way. Long pass down to House. House off the glass. Good.
You know, Kevin, these two teams didn't have very much time to warm up before they started the second half, and I think they're still getting used to their basket. And it looks like Gary Bell is going to, is that Gary? No, it's not. Joe
William
House.
Hosey.
Oh, it's William Hosey. I thought for a second Bell was over there going to pick up his 3rd quick foul.
Hosey picks up his 2nd personal foul, and Phelan will inbounds in the corner. Phelan looking for some help. Finally gets it in. Darguzes stolen away. Gives it to Townsend. Layup is no good. Bell gets the offensive board, goes back up and scores. And I think he was fouled. He'll go to the line. Darguzes picks up the foul. That is his 3rd. 54-26. And Gary Bell going to try to make it a 29-point lead. Bell, his shot is off the back iron, no good. Blackburn runs down the board. Blackburn has his pocket picked. Bell is all by himself. Bingo!
It's going to be a technical foul on Gary Bell. What he didn't need to hang on the rim the way he did. He was kind of trying to do a little showing off. They're going to call, at all levels of basketball this year, Kevin, they're going to make that call a lot closer. They do not want you showing up your opponent in that way with those kind of dunks. We'll take a look at the replay. There you see, he didn't hang that long, but what he did, he pulled his legs in the air and a little showtime, but they're not going to allow that this season.
Phelan will take the tees. He hits the first one. He has 8 points tonight. Second shot by Phelan is also good. And Joliet Catholic will take possession. Mike O'Connell having a word with one of the officials. Our officials tonight, Dave Carlson and Wayne King.
I see Calderwood and Bell trying to reason with the official, but Gary Bell did, he didn't need to do what he did on the dunk, and They're trying to plead their case, but of course the call won't be changed.
Phelan waiting for the referee to hand him the ball so he can inbounds. Phelan looking, gets it in to Blackburn. And the Hillmen will set up their offense. Blackburn, good defense applied by Hosey. Gets it to Phelan. Phelan for the three, a little short, an air ball, and it goes out of bounds.
Didn't quite have his feet set the way he wanted them to in that shot. He kind of rushed it.
Calderwood the other way for JT. And hand checking is going to be the call on Dan Phelan. Phelan picks up his third.
Looks like head coach Kevin Loss is going to stick with Phelan, even though he picked up his third. They're trailing by 18 points at this, at this juncture, so I think he figures it's best to stay with him.
Hosey gets it into House. House, baseline on the right. He'll take the 17-footer and can it.
Boy, Joel House is on fire tonight.
20 points for Joel House. Blackburn the other way for Joliet Catholic. Has the ball stripped by Townsend. Calderwood takes it. Calderwood behind the back dribble. Tries to dish it off. It rolls out of bounds. It'll go to the Hilltoppers.
That one did go off the leg of Ty Calderwood. Just lost control of his dribble. This pressure is just relentless.
It's a 30-point lead for JT, 58-28. Phelan gets it in to Keenel, gives it up to Blackburn. Blackburn trying to go coast to coast. Layup is no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Hosey picks up the foul. That is his third.
Some things I see Joliet Township doing, or not Joliet Township, but Joliet Catholic, when they're pushing the ball up court, they're still not quite aware that a Joliet Township player is going to be on their tail every time.
Blackburn at the line to shoot the free throws for Joliet Catholic.
There's a replay. You saw Blackburn taking it to the basket, and he was fouled by Hosey. Two-shot foul.
Blackburn's first shot is no good. He'll get a second shot, try to cut into this 30-point lead.
Another great crowd on hand tonight, Kevin.
Second shot is for Blackburn is good. He has 4 points tonight. Calderwood the other way. Gets it to Hosey, inside to Bell on the baseline. Saves it from going out of bounds, gets it to Phelan. Phelan the other way. Phelan goes to Blackburn on the baseline left. In a little trouble, looking for some help. Skip pass to Keenel. Shot is no good. Bell on the board. Gives it to Calderwood.
They're aiming their shots right now, Joliet Catholic. They need to just relax and just let it flow.
Calderwood setting up the offense. Bell with it between the circles, inside to House. Free throw line jumper on the way is no good, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line. Exactly 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
I think that foul is going to go on Kai Freeman. I'm surprised that one didn't fall for Joel House, as hot as he has been in this game. There you see House gets the ball in the lane. Freeman did get him across the arm on the shot.
And House at the line for two. First one on the way is good. Give him 21 points on the night.
You know, their outside shooting, Joliet Township in their first game was not nearly this good, Kevin. They struggled from the outside during the entire game against Hillcrest, but Coach Mike O'Connell has to be encouraged. They've really picked it up tonight.
And House cans both free throws. Full court pressure applied by JT. Blackburn is double teamed in the corner. Looking for some help, gets it to Phelan. Nearly has it stripped and is knocked down. A foul will be called on William Hosey of JT. Hosey picks up his fourth. And quickly, Rory O'Connell will replace him in the lineup. Dan Phelan to inbounds right in front of us. Gets it into Blackburn. Under 5 minutes to go in the third. 60-29 in favor of JT. Phelan with it on the wing. Phelan, he'll take the long two-pointer. Missed it. Tapped around and out of bounds. It'll go to JT off of Darguzes.
Great hustle by Darguzes trying to save that ball in bounds. Phelan started off the game hot, but he's kind of cooled off here in the second half.
O'Connell the other way, gets it to Quentin Townsend, top of the key, looking for some help. Darguz is on him, goes to Bell on the wing right. Bell goes to House. House will launch the three. Got it!
Incredible.
Wow.
Picking up where he left off in the first half, picking up here in the second half.
63-29. JT with the big lead. Freeman on the wing, on the baseline left. Up top, Darguzes. Looking for some help, and a reach and foul will be called on Ty Calderwood. That's his second.
That's Calderwood. He had his hand on the back of Darguzes. And hand checking isn't allowed in high school. It's not, you're not supposed to do it at all.
4:07 left to go in the third quarter. And now Mike Mines will come into the lineup for JT. He replaces Ty Calderwood. And I believe that's a 1-and-1 that JCA is in the bonus. Oku Satcher replaces Quentin Townsend in the lineup for JT. Darguz is at the line for 1-and-1. Darguz's first shot rattling and good. First point of the second half. He has 4 total on the night. Darguz's second shot. On the way and in. O'Connell the other way for JT. Stops at the top of the key, goes to Bell. Bell, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Gene Keno. That's only his first of the night.
You know, I thought Gary Bell traveled, but I realized he's just got such big feet, such long steps.
Mines will inbounds underneath the JT basket. Mines, long pass into O'Connell. Inside to Bell, has it knocked away, controlled by Mines. He'll take the three and can it.
And the first points of the game for Michael Mines. Another three-pointer for Joliet Township.
Van Tassel, the new player in for JCA, gets it to Phelan on the wing right. Phelan, top of the key, swings it to Darguzes. Darguzes to Van Tassel from 17, short and out of bounds. It'll go back to JT.
Aiming the shot again. You know, Coach Mike O'Connell, he has won 15 or more games in 8 seasons, averaging nearly 20 over the past 6 seasons.
O'Connell goes to Gary Bell. Shot in the way in the paint is no good. Tipped up and in by House. 27 points for Joel House. Wow.
He's now 1 point behind Gary Bell. No, 1 point ahead of Gary Bell for the game.
Darguzes, top of the key, goes to Keno. Inside, Freeman has the shot rejected out of bounds. 3:04 left to go. 68-31 is our score, and we have a timeout on the court. 68-31, 3:04 left to go. We'll be back right after this.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson Street, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service at 2705 Black Road, Joliet. Phone 740-3065. And by totally free checking at Amerifed Bank with 10 convenient locations to serve you. The John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health and life, 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. And by Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts, 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 815-439-2400.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois, along with our producer-director, Patrick Keating. our sideline reporter Laura Bibb and Tony Nelson. I'm Kevin McLaughlin. Glad to have you with us. It's Game 3. We are live at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois, for the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic. As we said, it's Game 3. Joliet Township with a huge lead over Joliet Catholic Academy. Phelan gets it in to Freeman. Back to Phelan on the baseline right. Brings it out top of the key. Goes to Van Tassel, and he'll reset the offense. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Phelan with it on the wing right. Goes up top to Keno, swings it to Darguzes. Inside, Phelan has it stripped away by Mines. Here comes JT. Mines with it. Goes to Brown inside. Gary Bell on the turnaround, can't get it to go. Satcher tries the putback, goes out of bounds off of JCA. It'll stay with JT.
Doug Darguzes made Gary Bell change his shot just enough that time.
Mines will inbounds. Looking, gets it into Brown. Brown takes one dribble and pops, can't get it to go. Bell on the putback, can't get it. Ball being tapped around. Satcher's rejected. Van Tassel the other way, 2-on-1. Van Tassel, running jumper's no good. Mines rips down the board, it's Brown. Gives it up to O'Connell. Back and forth we go. Bell, he'll launch the three, got it! He's matched Joel House, Tony, 27 apiece.
Big-time scorers do not like to be outscored by their teammates.
Keno from the free throw line, boom! O'Connell the other way for JT. Goes to Bell. Bell for the three again. Can't get it to go this time. Darguzes on the board. Outlet to Phelan. Here come the Hillmen. Phelan stops, pops the three. A little bit short. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hillmen. 71-33 is the score with 1:40 left to go in the third. Bell goes out. Vitus back in. But right now, it's going to be a contest between Bell and House to see who can score the most. Van Tassel setting up the offense for the Hilltoppers. Goes to Phelan on the wing right. Phelan swings at Darguzes, top of the key left. Darguzes fakes his man into the lane, up the glass, good.
Nice job that time by Doug Darguzes.
O'Connell the other way for JT. Gets it to Mines. Mines goes to Brown. Brown on the wing right. Back up top, Mines. Mines gets it up to O'Connell. O'Connell spins past his man. Gives it to Satcher. Free throw line jumper is short. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with JT.
You know, Kevin, about Doug Darguzes, he's only a sophomore. You know, 2 more years remaining in high school. Watch him in the coming years. He is going to be a big-time high school center by the time he's a senior.
Mines to inbounds. 1 minute to go in the third. Mines on the baseline right. Thought about the three. Goes in. Dishes off to Satcher, and he'll throw it back out to O'Connell. And they're going to go for one shot. Satcher with it. Guarded by Darguzes, looking for a little bit of help. Goes to O'Connell. 42 seconds. 41. 40. O'Connell holding on to it. Gets it to Satcher on the far court. Satcher guarded by Darguzes. Now Brown with it. 32 seconds, 31. The ball slapped away by Keno. He can't save it. It will stay with JT, but good defense there by Joliet Catholic.
When you have a lead like this, Kevin, you're late in the game, it gives your team to work on other things. What Coach Michael Connell's doing now, as Joliet Township, they're kind of working on their delay game, you know, holding for the last shot here in the third quarter.
Mines to inbounds. Looking, gets it into Satcher. 27 seconds to go. Ball stolen away by Freeman, but he can't save it from going out of bounds. Nearly took us out.
Hats off to Joliet Catholic. They're still hustling. They're still giving it all here in this game.
25 seconds left to go. JT will keep possession. They lead by a bunch, 71-35. Mines looking for someone in his mouth. Gets it into Vitus. Vitus takes it to the baseline. He is stripped. Darguzes controls it. Outlet to Freeman. 20 seconds left to go. Freeman the other way. Stops, pops the three, short. Satcher runs down the board, outlet to O'Connell. 11 seconds, 10. And now, Mines all the way, good! 5 seconds, 4, 3, Freeman. launches the long three. At the buzzer, it's an air ball. But at the end of three, 73-35 in favor of Joliet Township. And we'll have the fourth quarter right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by J&F Sports Specialties, uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving. 1399 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 741-8801. And by Stoffen Agazy and Company Incorporated. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshalone. Free, fast, hot delivery. 1603 North Rainer Avenue, Crest Hill. 722-1616. And by Jewel Frame Shop, Joliet's professional framers. 1003 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 722-7432. Spezia and Ayers, attorneys at law. 2 Rialto Square, Suite 200, 116 North Chicago Street in Joliet. Phone 726-4311. And by the Greater Joliet Area YMCA at 749 Hobart Road, Joliet. Phone 729-9639. The Signery, the right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson Street. Phone 744-6800.
Back here at the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. 73-35 is the score. JT with the lead in the fourth quarter. Calderwood, he'll take the three. Off the back iron, no good. Ball being tapped around, controlled by Keenel. Outlet to Phelan. Phelan the other way for the Hillman. Goes Darguzes, top of the key on the left. Down to Freeman, back inside Darguzes. His shot is rejected, picked up by Bell. And Bell will give it up to Calderwood. And Calderwood will walk it across the timeline. Quentin Townsend, top of the key. Gives it up to Bell at the free throw and on the right. Back to Hosey. Hosey on the left side. To House, top of the key. House to Calderwood. JT playing catch. And Hosey will launch the three a little bit too hard. House there for the putback. And Phelan rips it away from Van Tassel. Oh my goodness. It's a 40-point lead for JT, 6.5 to go in the ball game. House with it. On the wing left, back up top Hosey. Hosey goes to Bell. Bell inside the House, layup is good. 31 points for Joel House.
I was trying to add him up, Kevin. You got it before I did, but tough time keeping track of Joel House.
Darguzes, top of the key on the left, looking for some help down low. Goes to Van Tassel, free throw line, jumper on the way, in and out, and got it! That's his first bucket tonight.
On the next dead ball, Kevin, there's going to be a host of substitutions for Joliet Township as Coach Mike O'Connell. He's going to start letting some of the players who don't see a lot of time, letting them see some time.
Calderwood, standing dribble. Gets it to House. House between the circles. He'll take the long three. Oh, almost got it. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Bell. It will go back to JCA. Let's go to Laura Bibb on the sideline.
After the third quarter, Mike O'Connell told his players that he thought they really picked things up in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter, and he told them to make the people walk out of here saying they never gave up. Back to you, Kevin and Tony.
All right, thank you very much. So JT putting on the clamps here and not letting up a bit. They're up by 40 points, 5.5 minutes left to go. And that wave of substitution just came in. Keenel tries to hit the free throw line jumper, can't get it. O'Connell the other way for JT. O'Connell goes to Satcher. Satcher between the circles. Up top, Vitus. Vitus swings it to Brown. Brown goes back to O'Connell. Thought about the three, takes it into the lane, gets it, dishes up. Controlled by Brown. Turnaround baseline is good.
And first basket of the game for Magus Brown.
Van Tassel the other way for the Hilltoppers. 79-37 in favor of Joliet Township. Phelan with it. Up top, Keenel swings it to Darguzes. Looking for some help. Van Tassel. He'll take the 15-footer a little bit short. Run down by Mines. Here comes JT. JT. O'Connell with it. Gets past his defender. Dishes up to Mines, but he can't save it from going out of bounds. On the turnover, it will go back to the Hilltoppers.
Looking at the Joliet Township Conference here, Kevin, they're in the SICA West. They're predicted to go undefeated in their conference, with the only competition maybe coming from Lincoln Way High School. And just think, they still have Ty Calderwood and Gary Bell for another season.
New player in there, Doug Cowan for Joliet Catholic. Keenel with it now, up top to Van Tassel. Jumper in the lane on the way, good.
Last two baskets for Joliet Catholic has been by Mike Van Tassel.
O'Connell the other way for JT. O'Connell trying to go coast to coast, dishes up to Satcher, layup is good. Satcher with his third and fourth point of the night, his first bucket in the second half. Van Tassel the other way. Goes to Phelan on the wing right. Phelan thought about the three, gets the loose ball.
I think this is going to go on Vitus.
And a foul. Some more substitutions now in for Joliet Township. Satcher goes out, O'Connell goes out. As does Chris Vitus. Mark Howard, Billy Herron, and Steve Immig into the ball game. Phelan at the line for 1-and-1. First one on the way is good. Phelan will get the second shot as he hits the first one. Second one on the way is also good. Herron will come the other way for JT. Herron, the new player in there, setting up the offense for the blue and gold. Herron has it stolen away by Phelan. Phelan dishes off to Van Tassel. The layup is good.
All 6 points for Mike Van Tassel coming here in the second half of play.
81-43, 3:17 left to go in the ball game. Mines the other way for JT. Goes to Herron. Herron on the baseline, takes it up. And a long three-pointer on the way is no good. Ball run down by Brown, puts it back, up no good, tapped around, finally controlled by Rodriguero. Outlet to Cowan. He's able to run it down. Cowan will take the baseline shot. Air ball runs down by Brown. Stolen away by Van Tassel. Van Tassel takes it to the baseline on the way. In and out, no. Cowan on the offensive board. The ball on the floor. Rodriguero tries to put it up, can't get it, but he's fouled. .243 left to go, 81-43 is the score. JT with the big lead. And we have a timeout on the court. We'll take a timeout too and have more for you right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Deskin Chiropractic Clinic, 1213 East 9th Street, Lockport. Announcing its time, temp, and weather line, 815-838-0101. Silver Cross Hospital. More than a hospital, a contemporary healthcare network. 1200 Maple Road, Joliet. Phone 740-1100. And by G. Frederick Edmiston, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeon. 302 North Hamus Avenue in Joliet. Phone 815-741-0302. And by George K's Music. Guitars, drums, keyboards, amps, and more. 822 Plainfield Road, Joliet. 727-4656.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. JT about ready to go undefeated in the tournament, 81-43 with 2:43 left to go in the old ball game. And Joliet Catholic can't be too happy with its performance tonight. Even though they haven't given up, they really weren't able to get into their offense early in the game.
And what hurt too, Dan Phelan picking up those 2 quick fouls. When he picked up those fouls, and he had to sit on the bench for quite a while, that really threw off his rhythm, and he's had a tough time getting it started again.
Rodigero's first shot on the way is good, and he will get the bonus. First points for Chris Rodigero tonight. Second shot on the way is off the back iron, no good. Brown runs down the board. Outlet to Mines. Gives it up to Heron across the timeline. Heron goes to Howard. Howard dishes it off back to Heron. Heron looking for some help. Gets it to Mines. Mines will launch the 3. Off the back iron, no good. Ball nearly out of bounds. And it will go to Joliet Catholic off of Billy Heron. And now new players in for JCA. Number 23, Scott Zerkes. And number 14, Matt Narducci. Van Tassel will come the other way for the Hillman. Van Tassel, jumper in the lane, on the way. Tap, try, no good. Ball being tapped around, finally controlled by Mines. Dribble on the floor, nicely done. Long pass up to Howard. Howard, the jumper is good. Under 2 minutes to go. 83-44 is the lead for JT. Up top, Narducci. Gets it to Cowan. Cowan top of the key. Goes to Zerkes. He'll hit the 2-pointer. And his first bucket tonight, his first action tonight.
A 6-foot senior.
Mines with it. Goes back to Heron. Heron between the circles, goes around a Brown screen. He'll take the 3 off the back iron, no. Brown on the board. Gets it out to Imig. And the long 3-pointer is no good. Ripping down the board, Narducci. He'll come the other way. Long pass to Van Tassel. Baseline jumper, no. Tapped around, controlled by JT. Mines with it. Mines goes the pass over to Howard. The layup is good.
Great pass by Michael Mines. I don't see how he spotted Mark Howard on the other side of the floor. We also like to tell our audience we will be speaking to Coach Michael Connell following this game.
Van Tassel with it, double teamed in the corner. Gets past his man. The layup is no good. Howard rips down the board. 37 seconds left to go. Heron with it. Will launch the 3. Up, rattling it, good! Van Tassel the other way. 20 seconds to go. Ball is nearly stripped away by Heron, and now Heron picks it up. Heron goes all the way. The layup is no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line with 10 seconds left to go. It's a 42-point lead for JT. Heron will step to the charity stripe. Try to put the lead up by even more. 10 seconds left to go, 88-46, the JT with the lead. Heron at the line for 2. Heron, first one on the way is off and no good, but he will get another chance. Heron with the second shot. Second one on the way is in and out, no. Ball being tapped around, controlled by JT, up and good! 4 seconds, 3. Van Tassel will take the long shot, no good, and that is the end of the ball game. 90-46, Joliet Township putting on the proverbial clinic here against Joliet Catholic Academy. 90-46, the leading scorer for Joliet Township was Joel House with 31 points. Right behind him was Gary Bell with 27. Both of them exceeding their first output in game one. We'll have the coaches comment on tonight's game right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Bill Jacobs Joliet, Chevrolet, Chevy Trucks, Geo, Mazda, Mitsubishi, 2001 West Jefferson Street, Joliet, where service is not just good business, it's a family tradition. And by Apollo Printing Incorporated, the commercial printer with personal service, 2705 Black Road, Joliet, 740-3065. Totally free checking at Amerifed Bank with 10 convenient locations. John Manor Insurance Agency, home, auto, business, health, and life. 220 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-4650. And by Lentz Mufflers, the undercar experts. 2419 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 439-2400. J&F Sports Specialties, uniforms, jackets, shirts, sweats, awards, and engraving at 1399 Plainfield Road in Joliet. Phone 815-741-8801. And by Stoffen, Agazy & Company Incorporated, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, annuities, and options. 2301 Glenwood Avenue, Joliet. Phone 729-1266. Pizzas by Marshaloni. Free, fast, hot delivery. 1603 North Rainer Avenue in Crest Hill. Phone 722-1616. And by The Signery. The right sign at the right price right away, guaranteed. 2210 West Jefferson Street. 744-6800.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Our final score once again, 90-46. So Joliet Township really doing a number on Joliet Catholic Academy tonight. Joliet Township goes to 2-0 on the season, and Joliet Catholic drops to 0-2 on the season. Let's go to Tony Nelson now on the sideline.
Winning head coach Mike O'Connell and junior guard Ty Calderwood. First, Ty, I want to talk to you. You guys got your outside shot going in this game tonight. You struggled in your first game against Hillcrest. Anything you do different tonight to get it going?
No, well, we just wanted to push the ball up, beat him down court, and then try to hit the open man if he's open. And Joe got hot for us, so I just kept on giving him the ball,
Okay. And also, Coach, your defense was outstanding tonight. Specifically, Ty, he had 6 steals in the first half alone.
I thought Ty was the catalyst of everything tonight. He just set everything up with the steals. He said it right there. Joel, it was a house on fire, and we kept feeding him the ball. And it was a very unselfish play, and we worked just well as a team tonight.
Gary Bell got off to an outstanding start tonight. He had 22 points in the first half, and it seemed like you were looking for him early on.
Well, we got the ball inside early. In fact, we didn't score a few times we probably should have inside. Like you said, Gary got 22. Joel had to have a bunch of first half, too. And just the whole team contributed, though.
Ty, do you think there's anything your team needs to work on that you can see from these first 2 games?
Well, yeah, I think we need to work on the team aspect, you know what I'm saying? We're doing good, but it's a lot of little things that we need to work on that improve us, make us even better.
Okay, thanks a lot, you guys. Congratulations tonight. Good luck in your next game. We'll now take it back over to Kevin.
Okay, thank you very much, Tony Nelson on the sideline. And as we said, Joliet Catholic was unable to get into their offense pretty much for the whole first half, and it really continued in the second half. We'll have Coach Kevin Lass for you right after this on the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic.
This broadcast has been underwritten by Beth's Dance Academy, ballet, tap, jazz, acrobatics at 840 Plainfield Road, Joliet. Phone 722-6032. Don's Body Shop. They take the dents out of accidents. 1927 Don Maurer Drive, Crest Hill. 729-1400. And by Imperial Electronics, home and commercial. 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 815-729-0161. David Nelson Exquisite Jewelry. Complete selection, custom design, repair, and sizing. 1312 West Jefferson, Joliet. 741-8741. Family Table Restaurant, 6 North Larkin Avenue, Joliet. 725-1679. And Garrison Fabrizio and Hanson Limited, law offices at 2 Rialto Square, 116 North Chicago Street, Joliet. 727-5445. Ace Lawn and Vacuum and Hardware, sales, service, parts. 316 Republic, Joliet. Phone 744-4000. And by Kodo Pharmacy. Phone 727-4721. And Joliet Professional Pharmacy. Phone 725-9314. Garnsey 3, 1214 North Rainer Avenue, Joliet. 722-9725. Heroes and Legends, where our burgers are making us famous. 2400 West Jefferson, Joliet. Phone 725-1113. Crossroads Realty Incorporated, Becky Wagnon, broker and owner, at 18622 Route 59, Shorewood, 729-2053.
Welcome back to the College of St. Francis Recreation Center in Joliet, Illinois. Game 3 of the WCSF Radio TV Network Thanksgiving Basketball Classic has come to a close with Joliet Township the big winner, 90-46 over Joliet Catholic Academy. And Tony, it was just that press defense that really took JCA out of their offense tonight.
That's an outstanding pressing defense, and the thing about it, they don't let up, for the entire game. Joliet Catholic hung tough for about a quarter, and then for about 2 or 3 minutes into the second quarter. Then that outside shooting started taking over for Joliet Township, which I'm surprised by. They didn't show that outside shooting in the first game. They weren't dropping their shots, but this game was a lot different. Leading the way, Joel House, he did outscore Gary Bell. He had 31 points with 5 3-pointers. Gary Bell finished with 29 points and 1 3-pointer.
We want to extend special thanks to WCSF radio producer Bob Zach, the staff announcer Mike Curran, radio engineers Corey Berkman, Scott Schuber, Dave Freiberg, and Matt Ketchum. Thanks to the journalism communications faculty members Rita Travis and Jack Prendergast, and the students and alumni of the College of St. Francis Journalism Communication Department, and our many fine universities of this broad. Never mind.
Live TV, Kevin.
Yeah, I know. It's I love these live reads. We'll have more the second game for you. It's Providence Catholic and Hillcrest. So be sure to stay with us. That one is coming up in just a little while. So for our producer director Patrick Keating, our sideline reporter Laura Viv, and Tony Nelson, I'm Kevin McLaughlin. So long, everybody.
More to come.